guys, it's Vixen here, and before we start this video, I'm going to be telling you this. You're hearing an unfinished version of the story. Don't judge just yet, our fans. It's not done yet. Also, I'm going to be playing a little bit of The Flip Side by these two amazing people, I cannot say that name, and Shadrill. These OCs also belong to us, so please try not to steal them. You may draw art of them if you credit both us and that credit. I would also like to do this share some of this wonderful art that we finished. And if you'd like to see more art of this, please follow our DeviantArt. I will put that down in the link below. Thank you. And so let's start this. Moon was woken. Sorry about that, I'm not editing that, sorry. Moon was woken up again. He was oozing out the shadow ectoplasm again. He sighed and tried to sleep. Later that night, he was awoken with poking. Yes, Vaughn, Moon asked. And oozing that black goo again. How about you? And do you think it's normal? Shadowbone asked, worried. Yes, I am using that stuff again, and I'm pretty sure it's normal for us shadows. I just don't understand why Fred won't tell us why we're doing this. We cleaned all our files and rebooted ourselves. We shouldn't be doing this anymore. It's pretty strange that every time one of us asks why we're doing that, he changes the subject. We're playing out more as you or me. Vaughn, we should be getting back to sleep before Boss wakes up and hears us talking about this. You're right. Horrible nightmares, Vaughn. Same to you, Moon. In the morning, the boss was watching over them, and when they both woke up, he had an annoyed look on his face. He crossed his arms and glared at them after his whole awkwardness. Vaughn asked, well, what's wrong, Boss? You know what's wrong. It's bad enough to talk behind Nightmare's back, but to hear you talking about me behind your back while I was sleeping is horrible. Horrible in a, dare I say, bad way. I expect you to be loyal and listen. I heard you talking about the ectoplasm. Would you like me to tell you, Fred asked? We're terribly sorry, Moon managed to say, was glitching. Oh, please, boss, tell us why we do the goofy stuff, Vaughn begged. Looking at them both with his arms still crossed inside, releasing his arms and returning to his side. He quickly straightened his bow and adjusted his top hat. Are you sure? He asked the other shadows. They nodded quickly and glanced at each other before returning their attention to the shadow bear. Our files, well, they say, corrupted. I know we rebooted and cleaned our system, but it seems that didn't help. Someone has put a virus or malware into our systems. This will cause shadow ectoplasm glitching, as Moon demonstrated nightmarish features, including sharper teeth, sharper claws, and long purple shadow tongues. You also feel urges to kill others when you're around them. You won't feel an urge to kill other shadows or animatronics on your side. I tried to spare this from you, but there, you know the truth now. With a shocked look on his face, Moon raised his voice. What do you mean? We're corrupted. You should have just told us that. We would have been better than us just suffering until we figure out ourselves. You don't raise your voice to me, you ungrateful fox. Fred screamed, causing the room to go silent. Moon? Fred? I think Nightmare's here to see you, Vaughn said, shivering. You all stay here, Fred said, adjusting his top hat. Not a word out of any of you. Hey, Fred, I heard you screaming and came to see which one of you sent to the well. You know where. I haven't sent anyone there yet. Nightmare and Fred went down to the basement to talk about the corruption problem. After all, Nightmare was his closest friend. I'm leaving, Moon sighed. Leaving, Vaughn screamed. You can't leave. There's no other place but here in the kids' room, remember? After all, I'll be here alone with the boss, and he can be so mean sometimes. What if he sends me to the police? Vaughn continued. Vaughn, I can't stay here anymore. I know there's somewhere else than here after all. I've been there. I would love to take you there, my friend, but I'm afraid I can't. Goodbye, Vaughn. Moon muttered loud enough for only him to hear. Bond touched his shoulder and wished him good luck. He had reached the place. He knew his place very well and called it the flip side. Everything was in code and pixelated. There were ethers, dead ends, circuits, and source code everywhere. He went behind a tree and was greeted with a world full of bright colors, balloons, and forests. I knew there was a place here. He tried to move, but he noticed he was stuck. He touched the walls and noticed it was a mirror instead of a bedroom. In the bed there was a light purple fox animatronic wearing a light purple sweater. Wearing a light yellow sweater with a black emblem with a cat wearing a bow tie. She was writing in a notebook, probably studying, and that's when she noticed the shadowy creature in the mirror. She walked up cautiously and said, "Who are you?" I'm Moon Shadow Fox." "Whoa, a shadow! I've never seen one of you before." "Well, I guess that's cool. We are pretty rare." He looked in the background and noticed that the outside world he saw was painted beautifully and shaded. It was obvious that this took time, more than a few tries, and a lot of patience. "I'm Vexing. I live here with my brother Blade and his best friend Air." "Nice to meet you, Vexing. So, how'd you get into my mirror, man?" "You must have taken the wrong turn on the flip side." "Flip side?" "Oh, it's nothing anyway. I'm trying to get out. Hold on. Do you like this mirror? And what would you do if it were, how you say, shattered?" "That mirror? Oh, it was my brother's. Old one. You can break it." "Okay, stand back." He pushed and clawed at the mirror, and finally with a loud shatter it broke and he was in the mirror. He felt a bit dizzy and collapsed on the bed, looking the black goo. Hearing his voice, Vexing's brother ran into the room panting and huffing. "Vexing, your hat!" Blade was cut off by seeing the broken glass, unconscious shadow back in the room. He took this carefully in. He felt that the shadow had broken in through the window. Broken mirror, and threatened his sister. And then he said this, "It's okay, I'll call the police." No, it's not what you think, Blade." After a while of explaining, he finally understood. "I know someone who can help. He's a shadow as well and can relate to this goo problem. And him being unconscious. I'll help clean up the big glass."